The Nintendo Switch is one of the best ways to get into retro gaming, at least in theory. Even beyond the re-releases and collections available on the eShop when it feels like working, the sheer quantity of games and systems available on Nintendo Switch Online makes the Switch, and by extension the Switch too, but who cares, the best official option to date. It's just, there's one problem. One irredeemable flaw, and that's this sorry excuse of a D-pad. It's not my thing. Now, obviously, it's this way because a core aspect of the Switch is its detachable controllers. A very Nintendo move, making a console's core selling point a fun but not ideal experience. A silly one, no doubt, and often quite convenient, but I'm never looking forward to playing anything with one Joy-Con. It's kind of like how Smash Brothers would have the option of playing with a singular Wii remote. Like, yeah, it's a fun and quirky way of finding out where I stand in our relationship, but it doesn't exactly make me feel like Luigi, which is the entire point of something like Smash Brothers. As well, modeling the Joy-Con to be functionally identical, while quite impressive, means doing away with a gamepad staple since the Famicom. The D-pad is an integral part of most Nintendo systems, and while I do mean most, when they're good, they are great. I mean, say what you will about the Wii U, it's practically begging for it. But one thing you can't take away from it is how good it feels in the hands. And the Switch's lack of a D-pad makes playing 2D games on it feel kind of wrong, because your options are either a joystick with 352 more degrees than you need, or face buttons that are under the joystick, meaning you gotta crab your way around the thing, and for what? A lie? Even official alternatives with the D-pad still put it under the joystick. You think I wanna live like this professionally? I mean, it's fine. And it works if you're wearing gloves.
I'm wearing gloves.
One of the only official exceptions is their Super Nintendo controller, but Nintendo must have only made like 2 of them because they're always out of stock. I mean, eBay is always an option, I guess, but I mean, that's either a scam or it's found footage. All I want is a controller made for playing retro titles on the Switch, and that's it. And I can deal with whatever concessions I have to make along the way. Maybe I just don't like video games. The Hyperkin limited edition official Heinz pixel art controller, and before you ask, no, I don't know why. Like, it's a novelty controller, and it is novel. Which company do you think approached who? Do you think it was a Kingdom Hearts situation where the CEO of Heinz was in an elevator with the CEO of Hyperkin and they got to talking about how they just loved each other's work? This is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. I'm mostly mad that I didn't buy 2, especially because after I bought this one, it immediately went out of stock. Is this one of one? Now, luckily, the limited edition official Heinz pixel art controller is not the only pixel art controller. Granted, why would you need anything else, but Hyperkin actually has a wide variety of officially licensed controllers, including Tetris, Kraft Mac and Cheese, Ladybug, Cat Noir O, Bisexual Tetris, Oscar Mayer Hot Dogs, Kool-Aid, 2 different srirachas, this wired controller that looks so uncomfortable, whatever this is, Captain Crunch with matching carrying case, another miraculous one, a 3rd Tetris. Did I stumble into a cult? Ultimately, I decided on the Hyperkin limited edition official Heinz pixel art controller for obvious reasons, but a multitude nonetheless. At my time of purchase, it was the lowest priced of all of them, the lowest rated on Amazon, and, to restate the point, the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. It was lower rated than the one you can't bring through TSA. And I can't imagine why. I mean, come on. It has comfortable and ergonomics, highly accurate analog sticks for a competitive edge. Yeah, man, catch me at Evo. Let's check out the trailer. You know, Kraft Mac and Cheese is looking really good right now. When it comes to the Hyperkin limited edition official Heinz pixel art controller, it's not a question of which game should I try first, but rather, why try it all? So let's go to a comfort zone and test a classic title that I might understand a little more than most, by default. The Bubsy Perfect Collection is indeed perfect for all the Bubsy fans out there hoping for a collection that consists of Bubsy 1 and 2 3 times each. And already starting to notice some things about the controller. I mean, for one, I mean, does it count as product placement if I'm not getting paid? The buttons are, I mean, they're fine. I don't really love them, but I don't really care enough to be upset. A tagline I'm sure will be printed on my coffin. But this D-pad, man. I mean, it feels stiff, but fine, but every time you lift your finger off of it, you're met with this awful clicking. And I mean, worse yet, you're playing Bubsy with it. This game's not actually the worst, especially if you have like a rewind feature. It's honestly all right, but I also understand that that's lukewarm praise to say it's like a 4 out of 10 if you cheat. But maybe that's just not retro enough. I mean, if I'm not wearing my NES t-shirt, who am I? If you went missing in all your pictures wearing this shirt, would you even want a poster? Look, I'll be the first person to say it. I want to play NES golf. It's this damn controller. The Hyperkin Limited Edition official Heinz Pixel Art controller is honestly pretty good for games that are conducive to it. So really anything for the NES, Game Boy, Super Nintendo, it's gonna feel pretty at home, even despite the stiffness and dissonance of playing A Link to the Past and having both you and your family be red-handed. Pilot wings. Hey, wait a minute, why are you so surprised I passed? You're my flight instructor, what the hell? Is it because I crashed and then win again? Hey, Bubsy's back. It is honestly a little upsetting how much better this is compared to the Perfect Collection. But that also makes the Perfect Collection a little more faithful to Bubsy. It even works with all my favorite Game Boy games. Mario Land, Alleyway. Alleyway's a game I had to cut myself off from. There's also baseball, which after trying out NES baseball, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of impressed with this. I mean, I played it for like way longer than I thought I would, like 5 whole minutes. And like baseball for the Game Boy, for what the Hyperkin Limited Edition official Heinz Pixel Art controller is, that being a $20 gamepad in a market of otherwise mortgages, you know, it's alright. Especially if you grew up as the little sibling court designated to use the Mad Catz controller. I mean, this is more or less a homecoming. The main difference is that a new Mad Catz controller goes for $70 for a wired PlayStation 4 controller with R1 and R2 face buttons, 1 analog stick, and a Street Fighter V lower back tattoo? I might not be giving the Hyperkin Limited Edition official Heinz Pixel Art controller the most glowing review, but at the same time, I owe it my life. But hey, if Mad Catz thinks they own the fighting game space, well, I'll show them. Dragon Ball FighterZ is awesome. Arc Systems really did the impossible here and got me invested in a highly technical fighting game. And to think, all it took was jingling Beerus in my face. So, will I actually be taking this controller to EVO? Absolutely not. I can barely beat arcade mode, but I mean, like, the controller's fine. Not to mention, if I made it to EVO with this thing, yeah, they're probably gonna have to cut my mic. But this got me interested in doing a proper comparison of volume. So let's move on to a game that I can better pretend that I'm good at. Tetris 99 is the best game ever. That is a fact. I love Tetris to a degree that my doctor should know about. I bought the DLC for Tetris. What, are they gonna introduce another block? No! Because then it wouldn't be Tetris! God! I'll be using this game to illustrate my comparison of volume through a mini top 10, which is to say, a top 3. Now at number 3, and it pains me to say, but we have the Hyperkin Limited Edition official Heinz Pixel Art controller. Not terrible, I mean it is at number 3, but it does still feel and sound like I'm breaking its joints. In a close number 2, we have the Wii U Gamepad. Now, despite its phenomenal feel and noticeably low volume level, I unfortunately can't place it any higher due to its incompatibility with a Nintendo Switch. However, I am willing to reconsider if there's ever a patch. And at number 1, and it wasn't even close, we have the standard Joy-Con that I already had. Let's move back to Dragon Ball before I lose it. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is just one of those games that comes pre-installed with 50 hours played that I don't remember. We start out by making our own Time Patroller, and did you think I was gonna make Frenches? And oh my god, did I forget how long it takes to do anything in Xenoverse 2. But hey, let me introduce you all to Majin Heinz. He knows Ultra Instinct, times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha, doesn't have enough ki to use either of them, needed like 20 minutes to beat Nappa, and started his journey with all 7 Dragon Balls in his back pocket. But Xenoverse isn't the only place we can cosplay condiments. No. We're playing Dark Souls now. What haircut does Heinz have? Easiest decision of my fucking life. And here we go! It's Heinz versus the world! Victory, here I come! So yeah, originally I was gonna make a joke where I died to the boss immediately, but then I might have accidentally carpet bombed him a little too much, and I won somehow. So yeah, I mean, I can play footage of me dying a couple minutes later, but I don't know if it's gonna be as funny. It's gonna be as funny now. Come on, there's gotta be something else from Nintendo Online I can try. I have a vision. And would you believe it? The Hyperkin Limited Edition official Heinz Pixel controller works perfectly with Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, not even Five Nights at Freddy's works perfectly with Five Nights at Freddy's. After surviving the first 2 nights, I'll admit, I was feeling pretty good. So I did what I always do when I need to be humbled and played Five Nights at Freddy's 2. This is the most damn here I've ever seen system settings. And would you believe it? This damn controller. Now, of course, just because the Hyperkin Limited Edition official Heinz Pixel controller is a bit mediocre doesn't make it a miracle worker. You're not going to be able to play Super Mario Party with it. There's no AR camera, so apps like night vision are really existential. It's not going to make Team Sonic Racing fun, and it's not going to help you understand Japanese, let alone volleyball. But also, like, honestly, any time this controller did anything beyond the bare minimum, I was thoroughly impressed. Like, look at that! The batteries are running out. They care. Like, this thing has motion controls in it.
Holy shit.
What?
Dude, Dark Souls.
Maybe this whole time I've been underestimating its capabilities. I don't usually play games competitively online, please don't guess why, but let's try some Mario Kart. Let's see that competitive edge come in handy. It didn't, but maybe I just wasn't in the right headspace. I mean, I forgot who I was fighting for. So let's go back to Mario Kart, get 6th place, boot up Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, do even worse, cry off camera, drag my feet to Mario Maker 2. First up, we have a level that makes the game throw up a little bit, and then we move on to... Finally, by the 3rd level, I'm on my last life. I can feel every bit of the Hyperkin Limited Edition official Heinz Pixel controller's competitive edge, leading me to... You know, it's this damn controller.